primetime newscast on Equinoxe television. First, our major stories. Tonight, our newsroom takes us to the Tiko-Douala Highway, one of the busiest highways in Cameroon, which is paradoxically now a shadow of itself. The road, marked with numerous potholes, has been described by commuters as a death trap. Away from that, we'll talk education, as poor internet connection has been raised by parents as a major setback to the effective use of the unique matricle number, which will be used to pay tuition and examination fee in secondary schools in the country. Several parents in the city of Douala say they are facing challenges accessing the site. And also to talk sports, the highly anticipated Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers game between the indomitable Lions of Cameroon and the brave Warriors of Namibia will take place tomorrow at exactly 5 p.m. at the Rumde Aja Stadium in Garua. However, confusion continues to reign in the Lions' Den as the situation becomes more complex given the presence of two technical staff, one appointed by MINSEP and the other appointed by the Confederation of African Football. That is it for this newscast. Coming up next is a news info. Thank you so much for choosing Equinoxe Television to get yourself informed. For presentation, I am Immaculate Fogwe. Plans are underway to ensure a smooth school resumption in the Northwest region, despite the lingering fear among students and teachers. During a highly level meeting in Bamenda, the governor reaffirmed government's commitment in maintaining a safe and conducive environment for learning. Authorities are doubting efforts to ensure a hitch-free back to school amidst ongoing security concerns in the region. Bustela with the details from Bamenda.
In some parts of the Northwest region, teachers remain hesitant to return to classrooms due to persistent security concerns.
But the terrain has become very slippery, and so I believe that we will continue saying this to the society. If education dies, then the community will die. And I'm happy that many persons who are talking across the divides, they are saying that education is a priority. So we definitely have to take education as a priority. Teachers want to feel that what they are doing is appreciated. Because in the final analysis, if somebody dies, he's no longer there to do the work.
In response to these growing fears, security forces have insisted that schools are safe to reopen if teachers and learners are determined.
Notre rôle en tant que responsable de sécurité, c'est de vous assurer deux choses. D'abord la sécurité et le sentiment de sécurité.
Meanwhile, the governor of the Northwest region has reiterated that the government has implemented necessary precautions to ensure a smooth school resumption. He has called on the education community to trust in the measures taken by the authorities.
Well, first of all, we assure the population that class are resuming next week, Monday, and that they have to mobilize their children to go back to school. The head of instructed necessary measures to accompany class resumption over the country, including the North region.
Despite these assurances, many fingers remain crossed to see how day one of school resumption will look like in this part of the country. Parents say they are fully prepared, but the uncertainty surrounding the security situation continues to cast a shadow over the start of the academic year.
Northwest correspondent Bo Stella reporting there. We stay in education as few days to the start of the new school year. Parents are still facing difficulties to register their children via the new MINSEC online registration site. While in some government secondary schools in Douala, parents seemingly frustrated say they are blocked at the level of creating a matricle number for their children. They raise poor internet connection and the complicated process as main challenges faced. Innocent Aze is the man of that story.
Registration of children for the 2024-2025 academic year through the MINSEC-approved banks, according to many parents, is complicated as the level of creating the student's matricle number online. Nicole says all went on well, but where she faces difficulty is at the level of creating her child's matricle number. It is complex, and the poor internet connection worsens matters for her. Last year, no matricle number was required and registration was smooth. It requires repetition with hope of navigating to the platform successfully. Marie-Louise faces similar issues. After 3 attempts, this is what she gets. No result found. After entering the name of the school, she wants to enroll her child. Entering into Google and to find the matricle number is what is stressing me. Despite help from others, I have not been able to derive the number. Karine, on her part, has tried 7 times unsuccessfully using her phone internet connection. She decided to try using a wireless connection before succeeding.
Ça bug, non? Tu tapes, ça dit connexion machin, il faut réactualiser, réessayer.
In private secondary schools, parents and children wishing to register are still stranded because the names of private secondary schools are yet to appear on the MINSEC platform.
Mon collège n'est pas encore dans la plateforme.
For now, we are doing normal registration, like was the case last year. But once our school will surface on the platform, we will declare the registered children as previewed. Registration is effective in government secondary schools, but still slow at the level of the private schools. For internet connection, limited knowledge on using the platform to create the child's matricle number make the registration process hectic, contrary to announcements and explanations made by authorities of easy procedures.
Out of our national frontiers in Kenya, a fire outbreak kills at least 17 students in a dormitory school, and in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the first batch of 100,000 doses of monkeypox vaccines officially reached the country's capital. Details with our reporter, Siri Chakutu.
Fire incident in a school dormitory in Kenya killed 17 students. More time to study. Elsewhere, the first batch of 100,000 doses of pox vaccine officially reached Congo's capital on Thursday, 3 weeks following the declaration of pox outbreak in 12 African nations as a global emergency. Western partners, including the European Union and the United States, have committed to providing around 380,000 doses of pox vaccines. However, this amount represents less than 15% of the 3 million doses that authorities claim are necessary to control the pox outbreaks in Congo, which is at the center of the global health crisis. Speaking to the media at the airport, Laurent Mouchel, Director General of HERA, says,
we are delivering today 100,000 doses of Mpox vaccine arriving at 12:10 at the Kinshasa airport. On Saturday at 12:10 also there will be another flight with 100,000 additional doses. So there are 200,000 doses arriving in the Democratic Republic of Congo in response to the Mpox crisis.
The Africa CDC is developing a coordinated response plan for the outbreaks, which will be presented to African leaders for consideration at a meeting in September.
Cedric Chakutio reporting there. Now to our sports page. Mark Breeze says the problem of the 2 staff within the Lions' Den has been resolved. He made a declaration during the pre-match press conference. Accompanied by goalkeeper Andre Onana, the goalkeeper said they are following the instruction of their coach, who is the head of the team. Few hours to the game between Cameroon and Namibia, a reporter says the technical bench of the Indomitable Lions won't be different from that of the first 2 games. Magic and Gabriel Sportsman tells us more.
At the end of a third preparatory meeting of the game between Cameroon and Namibia, officials of the Cameroon Football Federation FECAFOOT declared that the match between the Indomitable Lions and the Brave Warriors will hold as the previous 2 games of the Lions against Cape Verde and Angola.
Monsieur le gouverneur de la région du Nord.
The governor of the North region took into consideration the last 2 games of the Indomitable Lions and was clear that the game would be played exactly, with maybe some exceptions, as the last 2 matches that the Lions played under this saga, notably who to occupy the technical bench.
Notamment en ce qui concerne l'occupation du banc de touche.
The governor of the North region, Jean Abate Edi, says no chances for irresponsible behaviors in Saturday's game. The town of Gadwa is already vibrating to the rhythm of the game, with some supporters predicting a win for the indomitable Lions.
We are very happy to come to Garwa to come and see this match. We come in numbers to come and support the Lions, and we are sure to beat Namibia by 3-0. Cameroon will be the winner of the match. So the Lions, we are together with you. Courage, courage.
The opponents of the Lions, the brave warriors of Namibia, have already taken their place in Garwa. The delegation, made up of 38, arrived Douala Thursday night before traveling to Garwa, and they say their game plan remains the same.
We came with a game plan, and we are sticking to the plan irrespective of what's happening behind the scenes. We came with a game plan. To win. It's to win.
Namibia was a turn on Cameroon in the build-up to the AFCON 2023 in Côte d'Ivoire, picking up a draw in Yaoundé and beating Cameroon 2-1 on home soil.
Meantime, Cameroonians are expressing mixed feelings about the Cameroon-Namibia encounter. While many are calm, others are concerned about the impact of the conflicting atmosphere surrounding the indomitable Lions. Babla Jonathan tells us more.
Dans le domaine du sport, on rencontre beaucoup de problèmes, mais nous restons sereins.
Despite the conflict between the Ministry of Sport and Physical Education and the Cameroon Football Federation, many Cameroonians are not worried about the possible impact of the conflict on the performance of the team in the game against Namibia Saturday.
Je suis serein. Je suis serein.
Like him, many are confident that the indomitable Lions will emerge victorious against Namibia.
Très serein parce que les joueurs sont sereins aussi.
Mon score pour la partie sera de 2-1 en faveur du Cameroun.
He predicts a score of 2-1 in favor of Cameroon.
Même comme nous sommes dans notre propre pays, nous pouvons faire gagner. Moi, je suis un stratège.
However, some think because of the conflict between the Cameroon Football Federation and the Ministry of Sport and Physical Education, the Lions will be defeated.
In a similar story, another phase of the clash between the Ministry of Sport and Physical Education and the Cameroon Football Federation is a revelation of some names, faces and individuals who have captured public opinion with the positions and role played in the unending clash. Today, our focus is on Blaise Jounan, Secretary General of FECAFOOT, who has been remarkable with a series of articulate communiques. Fomi Armstrong Sander tells us more.
The great question of who is Blaise Jounan saw the light of day with the birth of the ongoing clash between the Cameroonian Ministry of Sports and Physical Education, MINSERB, and the Cameroonian Football Federation, FECAFOOT. Now a question of public interest, Blaise Jounan made his way into the minds and hearts of Cameroonians through his outstanding, firm, consistent and tooth-for-tooth reactions or counter-reactions to the Ministry of Sports and Physical Education on behalf of the Cameroon Football Federation in the ongoing crisis. A Cameroonian from the Open Cam division of the West region, Blaise Jounan did his secondary education at the government bilingual high school Kaile in the northern regions before moving to Lycée Classique Bafang in the Open Cam of the West region, where he earned his baccalaureate certificate. Blaise Jounan then proceeded to seek a career in law, which saw him admitted into the Cameroon Bar in 2018 among 500 other trainees. Shortly after the election of Samuel Eto'o at the helm of FECAFOOT in December 2021, Blaise Jounan joined FECAFOOT. On the 13th of January 2022, Blaise Jounan was appointed to head the legal department of the Football Association. In a fast turn of events, Blaise Jounan moved from there to the position of Interim Secretary General. Following the resignation of Benjamin Didier Banlock in May 2022, Blaise Jounan was appointed as Acting Secretary General in an emergency committee meeting held in Yaoundé. Still in that capacity of Acting Secretary General, little was known of this trained lawyer before the falling of things apart between the Ministry of Sports and Physical Education and the Cameroon Football Federation. For many in Cameroon, Samuel Eto'o and his team at the level of FECAFOOT will be no match for the team from the Ministry of Sports and Physical Education without Blaise Jounan and his articulate communiques.
For me, Armstrong Sandown, Blaise Junang, and this edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinoxe television. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your keen attention. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye for now.